Alright, day 20, Millersville, Tennessee, and checking in here with my video log. And this was nice, day 20. Coming out of Occupy Nashville, we actually picked up 2 people. Sarah and Garth actually had to leave. They had to go out to Idaho to go visit Sarah's parents, and it left us with 4 people instead of our 6. And it was nice because as soon as the 2 left, we had 2 more people join us in Occupy Nash. Benjamin and then Ezekiel. Benjamin was a student at Vanderbilt University, and then Ezekiel was actually a traveling man, and he ended up in Nashville for a while. And they both ended up joining us for that day, and it was nice. It was nice to have some fresh blood some fresh water. You know, it's like when new people join, it creates an environment where we can learn and teach. You know, and it's like when we only have the same people around, it's kind of hard to do that. You know, we get stagnant. It's like water that stays stagnant gets rancid over time. You know, and it's like we need fresh water to continually be poured into the group, you know, so it was nice to see that. And with that, you know, it came new experiences and new stories that we could learn and teach from each other, you know, and that was cool, and it opened up a lot of insight for all of us involved, you know. And we took our time coming out of Nashville, and we were able to visit. Or Occupy Nash is actually setting up another house. They're actually renting a house, so they're gonna be occupying the house, and I guess they got the funding ready for that. And you know, they're gearing up for this spring, and we're standing in solidarity with them. And it was nice to see the whole contrast, because now we've seen occupations that have happened before, like when they were in full swing, and then right before they're about to get shut down and evicted, and now after they've been evicted. You know, last Thursday was when they approved it, and the mayor signed the bill saying that you can't camp out in front of City Hall anymore. So it was like Nashville was ready for that, you know, because they saw the examples led by everyone else that had been shut down, you know. And I think it's important that we understand that, you know. And one of the things that keeps coming up again and again, even with new marches, it's the level of attraction, not promotion. You know, we're not going around saying, you know, why don't you come out and join this march? It's what we're doing is attractive. It's an attractive force, so people want to join, you know. And I think there's something there. There's something very important about that, because then more people want to do it, not because they want to join the bandwagon or because someone told them to do it, but they're doing it on their own accord. And I think there's something more powerful, it's stronger when we make decisions on our own accord and we want to do it, you know. And it's like it's a decision that you have to make to be a part of Occupy, you know. And I think it was cool. It's just cool being able to learn that and see that, you know, attraction, not promotion. Let's attract the people that we want to see, you know, and not just promote it. I mean, promoting is good too. There's a time and place for it all, you know. At the same time, we want to be living at a standard, living in a way where people are like inspired and awe-inspired to help, and they do. People come up to us and want to help us just because of what we're doing, you know. And it's like, that's what it is. That's the attraction that I like talking about, you know. And I think it's important. I mean, me personally, I think it's important that first impressions really matter, you know. Even within the Occupy movement, you know, it's like, what impression are we leaving when someone comes up to us, like when we're doing outreach, and we're walking up to people, what impression do they get when they see us? You know, is it an impression of, you know, like these people are actually out here doing something, or is it an impression of gimme, you know? And I think there's a fine line. There is a fine line, but I think if the motivations are for this movement, then every action that falls underneath that is for the movement, you know. And I think it's important that we see that, you know. If people's actions are selfless, then the actions that they take will be selfless, you know. There was a quote. It's probably ended up being a short video log, but there was a quote that I was talking about. It was like, what you think is how you treat people. What you think about people is how you treat people. You know, it's kind of like, it's true too. It's like, if I think someone is like this, like they're doing a bad job, then you know what I'm going to see? I'm going to see them doing a bad job. But if I start thinking like, you know, like my team is, like this team is amazing, this team is amazing, this team is amazing, like the team is amazing, you know. And it's like, that's it. You know, let's speak it into being here. Let's be careful of what we're thinking about, you know, like especially with the Occupy movement and where it's headed and everything like that. Let's start focusing on what we want to see happen, you know, because then if we start focusing on that, it'll happen. I promise it will. You know, it'll happen. You know, we're on our way, and you know, now we're headed towards Millersville, Tennessee, and you know, coming out of Occupy Nashville, it was nice. It was nice to be in an occupation, being around people that are within the Occupy movement. At the same time, you know, they had 35 tents. When we got there, they had about 5. You know, because they were getting shut down, and people were embarking on their next journey. You know, it's like when Occupy Wall Street got shut down, people didn't, there's people that stayed, but there was also people that took everything that they learned and they took it to Chicago, they took it to Texas, they took it to California, you know, and that's the cross-pollination that we're looking for, you know. It's like when we get shut down, we take these experiences and we roll with it, you know. We take it to the next area and we teach it, you know. It's like when Occupy Atlanta got shut down, they started occupying foreclosed homes, you know, and that set a precedent for all the other occupations to follow in their footsteps, you know, and that's cool, you know. Now they're able to do teach-ins and discussions about that in North Carolina and South Carolina and Tennessee, you know. They're able to take that experience and share it, you know, and I think that's what's most important, being able to share our experiences, you know, because then we can find hope in it, and strength. And day 20, Millersville, Tennessee, and love you guys. Bye.